Spanning over 3 centuries during the Middle Ages and involving at least 8 separate quarrels, the Crusades is most commonly associated with a series of military conflicts between the Christians and the Muslims. There were at least 8 different expeditions which occurred from 1095 to 1272 and the years following. All of them involved mass bloodshed, death, and all in the name of the divine. In the 11th century, the Seljuk Turks conquered what was then referred to as Asia Minor and now known as Turkey. This was one of the last remnants of the old Byzantine Empire which Constantine helped build. The advances of the Seljuk Turks left the kingdom with nothing more than Greece. In 1095, the Byzantine Emperor called for help to defend his kingdom against the Turks. This action alone was not good enough for Pope Urban II. He declared the fight against the Turks as an all-out holy war. To the Pope, this was not only a threat to the remnants of the Byzantine Empire, but also a threat to Christianity as a whole. In the Council of Clermont, Urban called upon all Christians to take arms against the Muslims and promised nothing short of complete forgiveness of all sins and a free passport to heaven. The idea was met with great enthusiasm, and the reward for the crusade was too good to pass up. Thousands of warriors took the call and began their holy mission, their crusade. The new armies of Crusaders were pumped and ready to fight. They met the defeated Turkish armies in Antioch and Dor-Elam. Eventually, they took the city of Jerusalem through merciless force. The Christians ransacked the city and crumbled the forming population. The Christian victory led to the birth of Crusader states, which would now occupy Jerusalem and its surrounding regions. Muslims did not cope well with Christian dominance and could no longer stand it. The Islamic leaders decided to strike and capture Edessa, a Crusader state, launching what is known as the Second Crusade. The French and German Crusaders were sent to recapture the zone but returned home losers. Saint Bernard of Clairvaux was upset, having been the most influential people in the start of the Second Crusade, and this gave the Muslims hope for future generations to continue their victories. The Third Crusade, commonly referred to as the King's Crusade, started off with the Muslim capture of Jerusalem. In 1187, Saladin, the Sultan of Egypt, who led the collaboration of both Egyptian and Syrian forces, now had control of the most sought-after city of the Holy Land. Notable European figures such as King Richard I of England and King Philip II of France led the Crusaders to the city to join Christian control. After a few successful battles, Richard had a dispute with Philip over the likelihood of winning the fight for Jerusalem. The French king was satisfied with the victories and abandoned Richard and left for home. King Richard persevered but was met with Philip's earlier prediction. The remaining Crusaders lost the fight and Richard signed a treaty with Saladin giving the Muslims authority over the city, but at the same time allowing the Christians pilgrimage rights to the city as well. The remaining 6 Crusades were back and forth in victors, but eventually led to a Muslim triumph in the Middle East. To this day, the Middle East is dominated by Islamic influence, and to this day, the Middle East has also been a haven for violence and disagreements among spiritually different people. The fight for who has divine authority still continues, as does the fight between Christians and Muslims today.